Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are providing private jet cost estimation details. We will planning. Okay, this
How
is the
much is it
second
to
part.
rent a private jet?
We do everything
Private
every
jet charter costs can
every
vary
details. We
depending
will
on
update
different
you. Okay.
factors. But in general, the smaller the aircraft, the more affordable the hourly rate and total private jet price for chartering will be. A turboprop charter starts at around $2,000 an hour, while a heavy jet charter costs closer to $10,000 an hour. With a private jet charter service, you can fly on a luxurious private jet without breaking the bank. Private jet charter rates are significantly lower than buying your own private plane. Unless you fly roughly 150 hours or more a year, buying your own private jet just doesn't make sense. According to Bankrate, with private jet charter rates, you don't have to pay maintenance fees, crew salaries, insurance, or interest. Jet price. How are costs determined? Luxury jet charter prices vary based on a number of factors such as flight time, distance, charter destination, aircraft type, and more. Here's what influences your private flight cost. Flight time and distance. Shorter flights won't cost as much as longer ones. The cost of a private jet is determined by the flight distance because longer flights consume more fuel. Charter destination. Where you're headed will also have a major impact on how much it is to charter a private jet. Availability is a cost-determining factor. Getting an understanding of whether the type of private jet you want is available in advance can help you avoid additional fees to get that jet where you need it to be. Aircraft type. It should come as no surprise that large jets will be on the more expensive side. The larger the private luxury jet, the more space for passengers and the more fuel you'll need to get from point A to point B. Size isn't the only price determining factor when it comes to aircraft type. Other smaller aircrafts may be expensive based on their range and other features. Peak demand scheduling. If you're headed to a location in the US that's in its peak demand for travel, you may notice luxury private jet cost increases during your search. And while scheduling flexibility is offered with most private jet charter businesses, it may come with a fee. Aircraft positioning. Depending upon your departure or arrival location, it may be required that we move an airplane into position for your departure or to its next intended point of departure. This can affect the cost of private jet service, as that aircraft will need to reposition to the departure origin. Additional services. Price tag. These are but a few of the general factors that can determine the price of small and large private jet charters. Still wondering how much a private jet flight is? Read on to learn more about pricing with Stratus Jets. On-demand pricing. We're committed to transparency, ensuring you're informed about costs and benefits before booking. Talk to one of our air charter agents now by calling 888-972-3046 or by emailing charter@stratusjets.com. Domestic private jet charter rates and fees. There are various fees associated with private jet travel, from landing charges at different airports to handling costs and government taxes. Possible additional fees. Our all-in quotes include anticipated fees up front, but sometimes unforeseen costs arise. Here are a few potential private jet rental extra charges. In-flight catering, custom orders range from $230 to $2,000 per leg. De-icing, $1,500 to $15,000, depending on aircraft size. Ground transportation, $180 to $1,000 or more per reservation, based on specific needs and preferences. Hangar rentals, $500 to $1,500 per day, typically during winter. International charges, $500 to $5,000 plus for permits and customs. Wi-Fi, $2 to $9 per megabyte. International flights may cost more. Cleaning fees, $250 plus based on cleaning needs. Fuel surcharge, starts at $300 per hour during market price surges. Overnight accommodation. If crew members are required to be away from home overnight, a per diem between $200 and $600 per crew member will be added to the private jet charter cost. The per diem covers overnight expenses, including lodging and meals. Short leg fees. The greatest fuel burn of an aircraft occurs during takeoff. Short leg fees help to offset the fuel burn. Additionally, every time an airplane takes off and lands, its maintenance schedule is advanced, bringing the aircraft closer to costly maintenance checks. Aircraft owners will often charge a short leg fee as part of the total private jet charter cost to help offset those additional needs. Aircraft positioning fees. At Stratus Jet Charters, Inc., we aim to locate aircraft that require minimal positioning to help reduce these fees. However, that's not always possible, and aircraft positioning costs may be incurred if the aircraft needs to be repositioned for the charter flight. Hangar fees. Hangar fees are typically incurred during winter season when aircraft need to be protected from ice, snow, or frost accumulation. Hangar fees are typically incurred during the winter season when aircraft need to be protected from ice, snow, or frost accumulation on aircraft surfaces and to avoid de-icing costs. These fees can range from $500 to $1,500 each day. Wi-Fi charges. In many cases, your private flight advisor can arrange a charter on an aircraft that comes with free Wi-Fi access. However, some aircraft operators may charge anywhere from $2 to $9 per megabyte. International charter flights may cost more. Cleaning fees. Sometimes aircraft need a little extra cleaning after a charter flight. These fees can cost anywhere from $250 and up, depending on the amount of cleaning required. De-icing fees. In colder climates, snow, ice, or even frost can accumulate on aircraft surfaces, prompting the need for de-icing services. De-icing costs can vary from $1,500 to $15,000 depending on the size of the aircraft. International fees. A trip across the border can add anywhere $500 to $5,000 or more to the total cost of $500 to $5,000 or more to the total cost of chartering a private jet. These fees are required based on your route and arrival country and include landing permits, overflight permits, customs, and immigration fees. Fuel surcharge. Because fuel prices are constantly fluctuating, a fuel surcharge is applicable when there's a surge in fuel prices in the market. The surcharge, when applicable, starts around $300 per hour. Aircraft daily minimums. Aircraft operators require a certain amount of flight hours per day. Though the industry standard is 2 hours a day, smaller aircraft may only have a daily minimum of 90 minutes. A larger aircraft may have a daily minimum of 3 hours or more. International head tax. International flights departing from or arriving in the United States are subject to a tax of $19.70 per person. Alaska, Hawaii head tax. Charter flights are subject to a tax of $9 passenger when flying to Hawaii or Alaska. Charges for optional concierge services. Custom in-flight catering. Private jet rental pricing doesn't include in-flight catering, but this service can be arranged for an additional fee. Depending on the items and quantities ordered, this fee can range from $230 to $2,000 per leg. Ground transportation. Ground transportation is another addition to private jet charter rates that can cost anywhere from $180 to $1,000 or more per reservation, based on specific needs and preferences. Additional concierge services. Extended concierge services include additional in-flight amenities, hotel, spa, and resort booking. A quote for additional concierge services will be provided for approval prior to booking. Client services fee. The client services fee allows Stratus to provide a higher quality of trip support, including the coordination and organization or the trip through a dedicated team of. Hourly rates for charter aircraft. Aircraft categories differ not only by size, capacity, and flight range but also the cost per hour of chartering them. Below you can see the price ranges for each category Stratus Jets offer. Turboprop private jet. 9 seats. 360 miles per hour. 2077. Range. $3,120 to $4,590. Popular routes and estimates. To provide clients with a quick snapshot of the costs associated with booking a private jet charter, we put together private jet charter cost estimates from some common routes and aircraft.
Thank you. Bye bye.